Hello there, and welcome back to the Creativity Broadcast. I'm your host, Laura. I'm here to do a collective creativity reading for those of us who are creative, in relationship with our creative spirit, or even working on a particular creative project, and would like to be more connected with, or perhaps even bolstered by, the energy of the great beyond. So sit back, relax, and as always, go ahead and grab your notebook so you can write down anything that's particularly resonant. And let's get to it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Maybe 3 of them. It's kind of a heavy energy. I'm getting this message almost like the hand of an adult, like squishing down somebody's shoulders, like sit down, ground yourself, almost like we're being like pressed into the ground, like our energy's all over the place like a kid, and it's just like calm, ground, chill. Let's see what that message is really about. I think today we're going to start with animal spirit, wild unknown. And while I'm setting this up, I want to share something kind of exciting with you all. So, I don't know how many of you have watched the video I put out last week about like what it's like being coached by me. But I talk a little bit in that video about the kind of coaching that I do in my coaching practice. It's called ontological coaching. And there's this bear. Ah! Wow, I was trying to be cool and it didn't work. It usually doesn't work for me. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying is I was sharing in that video about ontological coaching. It's all about your being. And there is this really cool exercise that we practice in ontological coaching that reveals a certain way of connecting with your highest and best, like distinct from how you tend to see yourself on a day-to-day basis. And it's called the essence exercise. And essence is something that in this particular tradition of ontological coaching, we can kind of distill and sort of come out with a series of words that are kind of like your unique fingerprint of who you are. And we're all born with one. You know, it's not the kind of thing that it's not based on your appearance or necessarily even your personality. It's like a quality of being, of who you are. And as I kind of enter this new chapter of my life, I had somebody, it was Bae, I had her do my essence words for me to kind of represent the beginning of a new chapter. So, because I think the last time I had them done, it was probably 13 years ago. And she gave them to me this week. And I'm going to share them with you all because, first of all, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. But secondly, because some of you might actually be kind of interested in getting this done for you. And, okay, so as I'm putting this out, so my essence words, we have 6 of them. And it's so funny. When she shared them with me, I kind of started fighting them, which is like how you know they're right. Or not right, but like real. They are sparkle. Sorry, I still have to think about them because they're brand new. I don't have them fully memorized. Okay, sparkle, music, grace, intuition, wonder, and vision. Feels so good. Feels so good. So you might be thinking to yourself like, that's Laura. Or you might be like, I want to see more of that Laura. I don't know. I just got this card. That's exciting. And you might also be like, I wonder what mine are. And actually, if you're interested, I do have an intro to coaching package that's just these like 2 sessions that encapsulates distilling your essence so that you can actually get that. Raccoon. And the second session is not only about getting the words, but also creating a goal plan for the coming year to really ground in that essence and walk away with something actionable. Anyway, that's called the True North package. So if you're interested in that, you can book that with me. It's pretty easy to do. I'd love to do it. And, one of the fun things about essence is that we say essence begets essence. So when you're in your essence, it draws out the essence of other people. Talk about magnetism, baby. All right. Okay, so let's dive into this reading. This is pretty cool. So we have snake, jumping out, butterfly, powerful, and raccoon. Okay, so what I'm getting about this snake, first of all, holy crap, we are coming to the end of the year of the snake. And I love this particular snake card because we have almost like an Ouroboros here, sort of like this infinite life within life happening. And it's also encapsulating the flower of life, which in sacred geometry is really powerful. It's really just about this sort of like all-encompassing aliveness. And we can also see in this card that we have this almost like radiating light from behind it. So I think with snake, what I'm getting about this one is that you're probably being asked to look at the skin that has been shed this year and to take special attention to the new snake that is like coming out. You may have been in a period of grieving, or maybe even like raccoon, like a rummaging around in the skins that have been shed. And you might be kind of grieving those skins that have been shed, or you might even be looking for lessons. And I'm also kind of getting with raccoon energy, you might be looking at the shed skin and being like looking for answers to what you're working on in the old pile of snakeskin instead of being aware of the newness that is being born right now. Raccoon. Oh, raccoon's just the cutest, just the most fun. I love how mischievous the raccoon looks. But yeah, raccoon has a lot of like rummaging energy, finding treasure in the trash, that kind of thing. Butterfly, I'm kind of giggling a little bit because yesterday I was like really in the dumps and I asked for a card and I got butterfly from Wisdom of Avalon. It made me cry a lot. It was really nice. But yeah, butterfly energy. We have this bursting from the cocoon. We have the sort of like inertia of rebirth being broken. We have the vulnerability of like flying on the new wings. And also just the symbol of transformation across the board. So I'm really getting almost like this congratulations energy, like something new is landing in your system. It's not bad for like an overarching message. Let's start with snake and we'll see where we go. Snake energy. All right. Oh, okay, get ready for this. Snake. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Yes. This is... I'm getting like a chill from this. I haven't even read the whole thing to you all, but to me, this sort of feels like a seminal card for this collective. Okay, I'm just going to name it right now. Okay. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. When in balance, prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many things, and then it suggests to bring into balance Kundalini yoga or meditation. So yeah, there's like a centering. It does feel like this is the message I was getting at the top of the reading of like, hey, chill, calm, stay in one spot, but not stay in one spot in a way that is constricting. It's more like, hey, root down. You can actually stick with what you're up to. And if that thing you're up to is creating a lot of aliveness, that's what needs to be paid attention to right now. Wow. That's exciting. We're going to look at butterfly next. Hey, come on. Butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this is also the time of year where the heart is the thing being asked to be cleansed and expanded. Okay. This change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or prayer, done at the same time and place will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile or frustrated. It's very butterfly. To bring into balance, daily routine. Yeah, that's lovely. I'm also getting, this might be a good opportunity for you to do some gentle pruning of any routines that you have. Like maybe you have a massive routine that in this particular season isn't really supporting the vulnerability of the butterfly. Maybe it kind of needs to be softened. I don't know who that's for, but I'm intrigued to find out. All right, let's talk to Raccoon. All right, Raccoon. Talented, shadowy, in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive or starving artist. Interesting. To bring into balance, make some new work. Yeah, wow. That's so neat. It's almost like I'm kind of getting that this whole trifecta is kind of like saying, hey, it's time to follow passion. It's going to feel kind of vulnerable. And like, it reminds me of this card from Sacred Rebels deck, New Birth, Guarded Vigilantly, like imagining that your spirit is like a little tiny sprout, just like coming right up through the surface of the soil, and it needs to be protected from the elements so that it can actually grow roots that will sustain it. Butterfly, also the support of the community and feeling really sourced and connected. And Raccoon is almost like a journey, like sort of opening up a little bit of it's almost like the privilege of this new version of you to be wondering about like, can I be more myself? Can I be more vulnerable? Or versus like the more like pared back, kind of like protective version of myself that maybe I've been before. That's so cool. You'll have to tell me in the comments if this is resonating and all the things. I think for me, it feels kind of interesting to receive that this week in particular because the band has its first show on Sunday. And I'm all kinds of excited and nervous. And kind of just being in the soup of like, oh, it's the beginning of this new relationship. Ooh, who am I in this entity? And it's exciting. And it's a bit scary. I feel like we're going to do Sacred Destiny next. for some clarification, I have definitely been cycling through some really old, like, limiting belief markers, just like leading up to this. And, when that happens to us, I think it's just extra confirmation that we're already ready for a new way of working in our lives. We kind of sometimes have to do one little last stand of the old stuff. I'm saying that in a very matter-of-fact way, as if it's not sometimes terrifying, which it is. But with altitude, we can handle it. With altitude, and also with the support of friends. Friends and the right collaborators. Okay. All right, Sacred Destiny, can we please have some further clarification? When you have the right message, it's just going to jump out for us. I'm pretty excited about it. Okay. What do you want us to know? This isn't feeling quite right. Purification. The one that I rejected just now, that's pretty funny actually. It was Solitude. I was like, I don't know, this shuffle method isn't really speaking to me. I was kind of doubting it, but I actually think it's probably, Purification is a pretty similar message. I feel like it's kind of just doubling down on both of these. So, with Solitude and Purification, I think this is a lot about giving ourselves room to be with who we are right now in this particular moment of change and transition. I'm sure it's very disorienting to a butterfly to be like, oh, I'm a butterfly. Oh, I have wings. Like, you kind of need some room to be like, how are we doing, butterfly? So purification. Remember, this is summer rain. We get this on this channel all the time. Traditionally, rain symbolizes rebirth and washing one's sins away. Water is also associated with emotions, and a summer rain can represent the release of long-held emotions that allows for a purification and inner healing. There's also a renewal aspect of rain. The old saying, April showers bring May flowers, means that what follows the rain is a time of renewal and blossoming. Yeah. And Solitude, I'm imagining this is... Yeah. Islands are bodies of land surrounded by water. They can be in an atoll or a river basin. However, the ocean surrounds most islands. They can be massive with their own unique verdant ecosystems, or they can be small and barren. The terrain can be flat or mountainous. They can be a detachment from the mainland through erosion, or they can arise from the sea through volcanic activity. The thing that is universal in all islands is their isolation. And many cultures assign mystical, symbolic meaning to particular islands. They are thought to be the resting places of the gods, and thus are used for sacred purposes. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Spend some time alone. In your life, this means to take your own counsel rather than relying on the opinions and dictates of others. Break away from the crowd. Be on your own. This card also speaks of self-resourcefulness, self-reliance, and tenacious individuality. It's hilarious that I tried to skip this one. Oh my God. If you're working on a project, trust your instincts and follow your own lead. Your creativity is at its peak. Let it flow. If you are in a relationship that is disempowering, this card suggests that it's time to step away. Take time to reassess your life. In solitude, you will thrive. This card also suggests safe haven, a sacred womb for incubation and self-transformation. Yeah, just taking that space to be on your own and also trusting your inner wisdom. Man, that's pretty cool. Let's say for final advice, let's go to Wisdom of Avalon today. Will you all do me a favor? I'm kind of experimenting with like the length of these videos and also the particular method that I'm using to read. I'm kind of enjoying the experimentation actually. But I've been doing some that are like in the 20-minute realm and some that are longer, like 30 minutes plus. And I'm just wondering if you guys have any, like, do you like the longer version? Is it better for you when it's shorter? Give me some feedback. That would be really helpful. Also, I've been thinking about doing some more themed readings on this, like some about money, maybe some about particular projects. If you have any theme requests, please drop those in the comments as well. That'd be really cool. All right, Wisdom of Avalon. These kind of match me today. That's nice. Okay, let's see. What are you up to here? There's one. Is there another one? No, I'm getting just this. The dragon. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. Aww. The dragon, number 24, power and strength. Look at this. Animal Guide of Avalon. I mean, what a wonderful message. This is like the dragon is saying, like, you got this. It's also right before the butterfly in this deck, I'm just saying. Okay. The dragon comes to offer you its power and strength to protect and fortify you on this leg of your journey. The dragon symbolizes true power and reminds you that this infinite source is not found within your personality or ego. Wow, it's kind of like what I was saying about essence at the beginning. Ah, that's so cool. True power resides deep within your soul. So, call on the dragon's spiritual power and strength, and you will find a vast resource to strengthen your resolve through morality, integrity, and purpose. If you're struggling with these issues, the dragon will restore them to you. Remember that the power of the spiritual world can never be broken, and true strength is found within, not in the outside world. Never mistake a gentle person for a weak one. Watch for a signal. The dragon always makes the next step clear and gives you the power to take it. Ah, beautiful. Ah, it's really cool. Oh my gosh. Pretty exciting reading today. We got Snake, which is like the bedrock of creativity. We got Butterfly, which is all about transformation. We have Raccoon. I mean, like, who doesn't think raccoons are so cute and cool? We also have Permission for some Purification and to trust your own counsel. And at the end, we got You Got This Kid from the Dragon. I mean, that's super positive. So, wow. Yeah, let me know in the comments which of these are hitting hard. If you like this video, go ahead and give a like and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I do these readings every week. I also have a ton of cool, some free resources around creativity and around coaching. Everything is linked below, including my free newsletter, which I send out usually every month. And like I said, if you're interested in having your essence distilled so that you could have your prism of qualities just like mine, you can book a True North session with me, and man, it would just be my honor. All right, thanks again. See ya.